Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about a few things, and this is one of my new head wraps that I got. It goes well with this dress because it's purple. Anyway, so you guys knew like a while back I posted about the rash that's on my ankle. A lot of people called it something like Paciasis or something like that. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's an autoimmune disease of the skin. Anyway, so I sent pictures to my doctor originally. I think this was like a month and a half ago, and he had diagnosed me with fungal dermatitis. This is where now I'm highly aware that nobody should be Googling their symptoms because you'll think you're dying. But in my defense, I knew exactly what to look for. I was looking up specific phrases because I didn't want to scare myself. So I wanted to know if the rash on my leg, because I had told my doctor 2 weeks after I started the cream that it hasn't been getting any better. I told him, in fact, it's getting a lot itchier when I don't even put it on right away. Like if I miss a dose, it gets super itchy, right? And it gets so itchy, guys, that I cannot control but scratch. It's that itchy because my whole body aches if I don't scratch. My whole body aches over it, like everywhere. And it hurts mostly in my neck, and I get stiff. So when I told him this, he said, yeah, it's not a cure. And I was like, I thought it was just like a fungal infection, that it would go away. And he said, no, it's what's wrong with you is genetic, and you're going to have it for the rest of your life. And then I didn't understand, because he talks doctor talk sometimes, and I don't understand it, right? And then I was like, so I'm going to have this for the rest of my life? And he's like, yeah, and if you don't use the cream, it can get worse. And I was like, okay. But when I was at the pharmacy and when I bought it, she said prolonged use will cause skin thinning, and it's very poisonous. You don't want to get it anywhere near your face. And so I've been like really scared to even like put it on, because of the fact that if it gets on my hands, I wash my hands like 3 times in a row. I'm like crazy cautious like that. Anyway, so then I just left it at that, okay, something genetic that I have. But then it's been like a month and a half, like I said now, a month and a half. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if it's never going away, then what is it? Like, is it related to me being immune deficient? Because I'm immune compromised. I know that because of my asthma, my eczema. I know I'm immune compromised for those 2 reasons. But then I found out something interesting today when I Googled about immune compromise and fungal infections of the leg or something, right? Well, it didn't come up as immune compromise. It came up as autoimmune disease. And so I started going over some stuff in the autoimmune diseases, like the list of them. And can I tell you exactly what I found out? Like, this is insane that the doctors have never told. Okay, so when I was little, I was diagnosed with asthma when I was about 12 or 13. And then I knew from when I was very young I had eczema on my arms, just like right on the back of my arms here. I've always had it. Probably sure it's on the back of my legs too, but I can't see them. And I used to get like really, really itchy in the summer there, to the point where it was like pretty bad. But I never had to like use anything other than a moisturizer on it. And then after my first son was born, I was diagnosed with something called GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. And you can't cure that. You can't cure eczema, you can't cure asthma, you can't cure GERD. Okay? These are something that's going to be with me for the rest of my life. Forever. Okay. So the list of autoimmune diseases that were on this list was asthma for lung autoimmune disease. eczema for skin autoimmune disease, and GERD for gastrointestinal autoimmune disease. I was like really, really like floored. I was like, well, why hasn't the doctors ever like put all of my diagnoses together and told me I was autoimmune deficient? All these years I knew I was immune compromised, but I didn't know I had an autoimmune disease in several parts of my body. And I feel quite betrayed by my doctor because this new skin, whatever it is, disease, is part of it. So, sorry, I almost started crying because I don't understand how they can diagnose something, but not like, I don't know, put 2 and 2 together and then explain to you that there are certain things you need to do now to keep yourself from getting worse. Now, like, I've been wondering why I get sick so often. Why, when I go out, I come home and I have the flu. And now I know why. I take precautions, but it's not enough with autoimmune diseases. Because a lot of the stuff that you use, you're immune to because of the, like, it's hard to explain. So with autoimmune disease, no matter what treatments you use, certain treatments you're going to be resisting or resistant to because of the underlying autoimmune response, right? So the cream that I've been using isn't working because I'm resisting it. So my leg it's spreading. I mean, it stops the itching, but it's still spreading. Like, I can feel it itchy in other spots on my ankle now. And it's almost completely around the ankle. Now, there's some things I can do, like bleach baths, but I don't want to do that. Sorry, guys. I'm just really upset that my doctor didn't put 2 in. Another thing I've been struggling with is a sinus infection behind this eye. It's very painful, and most of the time when I get a flare-up, it gets really red all around this area towards my color area. I forgot what that's called. Iris. The iris, the color. It gets really red all the way over there. It looks like it's cut, but it's not. It's just bloodshot because the vessel breaks from the infection behind. Well, I've had migraines because of the pain behind my eye, and I have drops for it. And I've just been really fatigued the last 2 weeks. I've noticed that I'll still get up at 3, do what I need to do, but then I'm out, and I can't like do much until like the afternoon at like around 1. So I have a phone appointment with my doctor on the 3rd of March, and I'm planning on telling him what I've learned and telling him an update on my leg, because I haven't really talked about it since 2 weeks after he gave me the cream. And so I'm going to tell him I've been taking it for a month and a half, and it seems to be spreading. I get itchier in other places around my ankle now. And so I have to keep putting the cream further and further up and down and around my ankle now. And I'm going to ask him if there's like anything that he can do. Like, can I do a blood test to find out if I'm like, if I have an autoimmune disease or something, because I have asthma, eczema, GERD, and now this rash that's not going away that you said is genetic and I'll have for the rest of my life. Since he can't seem to put the puzzle pieces together, I'm going to see if I can put the puzzle pieces together for him, even though I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm, what's it called? I forgot the word for it. but it's when you think you have all these diseases and you don't. But these aren't like all these diseases that I think that I have that I don't. I have them. Like, I've been diagnosed. So it's not like I'm making it up. I've been diagnosed with asthma, eczema, GERD, and whatever this rash is. So it's not like I'm making it up. I'm just putting all 4 of these symptoms together and asking one question. Is it possible I have an autoimmune disease, considering I have 4 on the list of each category for lung autoimmune disease, skin autoimmune disease, gastrointestinal autoimmune disease. I actually have 2 for skin. And if that's true, that it's all genetic, then Lucas is going to have a rough life because he has asthma issues. He's had it since he was born. And Logan has eczema, really bad, on his ankle and his elbows and his back of his arms. Lucas has eczema on the back of his arms, but not on his elbows or ankles like Logan. And Logan doesn't have asthma, but that's not to say that it won't develop later in life, because mine didn't happen until I was around 12. So you never know. And I was running track before that. And I had like really good lungs before that. And then all of a sudden it hit me like out of nowhere. And then I couldn't run anymore. Not as fast, at least. The only thing I can do is be thankful that I'm alive at all. Considering on top of all of this, guys, and not everybody knows this because a lot of you followers are new, but I don't even eat solids. I haven't been on solids for 3.5 years, almost 4. It'll be 4 in August. Yep, 4 years I haven't been on solids. I've been on soup broth and Boost. Then I switched from Boost to Ensure to Slim Fast, but I had like really bad intestinal issues, so I had to go back to Boost, unfortunately, even though I really don't want to be on Boost because of the fetal cell tissues that are in it for flavor. But I have no choice because it's the only thing that doesn't make me almost die from pooping so much. So TMI, sorry, but so since switching back to Boost, my hydration went up again because I was very dehydrated from being on Ensure and then Slim Fast. Slim Fast doesn't give you as much nutrients as Ensure. And Ensure, there's some kind of ingredient in it that causes me to have an intestinal allergic reaction. And I can't have it. So Boost is my only option until I can figure out something else or get back on solids, which I've been trying to do. But it's really hard because of anxiety and PTSD from choking so many times. So it's kind of really difficult. And no matter how much faith I have in God that he won't let me die unless it's his plan, I don't want to exactly risk that just to eat. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go for now. I'm actually going to go and have another Boost because I haven't had 2 today, and I need to have at least 2 to keep my energy up and also my nutrients up. And I also have to go and have a cup of tea because that's my other way of getting fruits and vegetables is through tea. And yeah, I'm just going to try to read the word and hold on to God's promises for me and rejoice in my afflictions, because when I am weak, he is strong. So, and I'm pretty weak. So, hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, and I'm sorry for all the bad news.